Happy Wednesday! It's day 5 of build week for the 45th annual Stone Mountain Highland Games. We are walking in the entrance tent, which got placed yesterday evening. This will be the main entrance coming through for ticketing. Will call will be over here to the left, and we'll have our information table over to the right here. You'll be able to sign up here for things like the Kilted Mile and the Clan Challenge and things like that. And this is how you'll enter in. Over to the left is our athletic field. You can see we've got the flags are up now. We've got clear demarcations of the areas. Nice wide area. We'll have people probably having their seats set up along these rope fences so they can get extra views of the parade field as well. And this area will have lots of folks on either side watching the activities, whether it be the opening ceremonies and the pipe band competitions or the sheaf toss, weight over bar, all the other athletic events. We'll walk down here and get a look-see in the shopping area. Some of our food vendors started bringing in their vehicles yesterday and getting their areas staged for the weekend as well. And these tents down here are all currently unoccupied but are now in place. I mentioned yesterday that there'll be all sorts of items that you can get hold of here. Keychains and bumper stickers and sweatshirts if the day is brisk. You can pick up bagpiping supplies, new chanters, new reeds, drums, drum pads, that sort of thing are usually available down here if you're getting started in playing. There's going to be books on some of that stuff available and CDs, that type of thing. We've also got vendors for kilts and kilt hose and ghillie brogues, all manner of things. There again is that big oak tree we talked about the other day that's such a good landmark. It's central to the main areas here, which is a handy way to get to find things. So behind these tents to my left is an area we set up with picnic tables so that folks have got a place to take a load off and go ahead and enjoy their fish and chips or their sausage roll or scotch egg throughout the day. And behind the major vendor tents are where we have our artisans as well. You'll find leather craft and jewelry. There are going to be some sporin makers. You know, a number of different folks are here who do quite a bit of artistry. So there's a lot of good stuff to see. We've been anticipating great weather, so we've actually got a lot of the canopies up now. We are currently just below the country dance platform where we were yesterday looking at that big stage. And you can see each of those flags we talked about. It's going to be where the tartan forest is. The holes were drilled for that yesterday, and the receivers for the flagpoles are in place. There's our first aid tent right there behind here, kind of up there at that corner right there. And then this is part of our St. Andrew's Society tent, and the tent that's right there that hasn't been raised yet, those are that's going to be for the country dance platform, where they keep the equipment and where the MCs are. So again, these big white tents here artisan tents. They've started putting stages down for the stage band performers, and they're going in place. I think they actually got some of the platforming up yesterday, and so the tents will be going up over them. If they're not already up, they'll be up today. We've got a new path this year that's been put in place. This is actually it's always been used as a pass-through, but now we've gone ahead and made it formal by putting down the mulch. Keep a little of the mud off of you. Although it's been breezy, we don't have a whole lot of mud this year, which is good. Been looking at the weather, touch wood, it's still looking like it's going to be a beautiful weekend. With all the trucks around today, hopefully there's not too much background noise, but here comes some. Yep, they've got stage, the stage is up for stage 1. Again, this is where you'll find Rath Kalter and the Muckers. Their schedules will be posted this weekend. They're already available on, through our site. If you check the music pages on the Stone Mountain Highland Games Facebook page. And if you go to smhg.org, you can see the full schedule of events, what time everything is going on. Good morning. So, here we've got the part of the seating that'll be here for that stage. And this area here used to be where we kept our children's games, and they were kind of confined back here into this loop, and we a few years ago expanded up to the area that I've been showing you folks, so that they've got more room to spread out and have all the extra activities they've got for the kids. And they've really taken advantage of that space and put it to good use. We're pleased with how that's happened. These are a couple other artisan tents up here that enable some of the shopping to continue out this way. And each of these blue canopies, again, is used for clans. The double tent there in the middle is a clan meeting tent. Again, we've got a few of those scattered around so that the clans can have their get-togethers. Looks like the tent is going up for stage 2. I don't know if the mic can pick it up, but I can hear the machinery down clear on the other side of the field today. It's so quiet out here. It's kind of a chilly morning. I think maybe the birds are hunkered down, staying warm. You're welcome, Becky. That's, making the cut through was one of those things that one of the directors thought would help make life a little bit easier. And it may help us as we expand the games too. You know, over the years, since we've grown from going around that whole field, you know, when we started it was basically just around, you know, what we now have is the parade field. And as we've expanded, we always have to find the space, and it's having that cut through should help us with that a little bit too. We can't wait either, Chuck. It's exciting. We always, you know, enjoy the anticipation of putting on the show. You are welcome, sir. That was one of our representatives from the St. Andrews Society. He is also a former coordinator for the grounds. He's been here since our very first year of the games, and I put together something for him the other day. Mitzi, it's a labor of love. We definitely enjoy it. In fact, this is how I take my one of my week's vacations from work, is coming out here to help put these games together. It's a lot of fun. The family reunion officially starts for the public in general, you know, when we open the grounds to the public, but for us it starts pretty much the week after the games, when we start planning the next year's event. So works out well. Good morning.
How's it going?
I'm blessed, thank you. I think they're setting up our music tent for stage 3. We're just going to walk up here. The fiddle tent will be off to our right, and then this white tent up here to the left is the harp tent. And I'll try not to blind folks with the sun coming through the trees. If you've never had an opportunity to hear harpists perform live, I highly encourage you to take the opportunity to check the schedule and come up at some point and get a chance to listen to what they are able to do with those instruments. It really is beautiful. And when you think about the size of the instrument, and they bring those out to the field, and even to compete, they bring their own instruments for that, and so it's a large piece of equipment, but it's definitely worth it to get the opportunity to watch and listen. So this is that back loop coming off of the children's games that kind of connects us with the bands area where the pipe bands all live there with the white tents. I'll show you a sign that some people find ironic when you're at the Highland Games, but the pipers understand why, and the dancers definitely understand why. So we've got a sign that says no piping and drumming or pipe bands. Now we are standing at the edge of the pipe band area, but this road comes out over Highland dance. And if they encroach too closely to the Highland dance area, it can interfere with the piping that's taking place there. And when the girls are competing, they need to have, they're using the music that's being played. And so when you've got the drums and pipes in the that get a little too close, they can overlap, and that can cause distraction. So we ask the bands to confine themselves a little bit when they're in close proximity to the Highland dance area. We're coming up again to the restrooms on the right, and you've seen as we have walked around that we've already got our portable restroom areas set up as well throughout the field. So we're just going to walk down past here and go from there. Good morning, Bob.
Hello.
I'm going to finish this real quick. So we're going to wrap this up as we head down to Highland Dance. We've got a lot of our volunteers are gathered there for morning coffee and for our marching orders for the day. So we thank you folks for riding along with us. We look forward to having everybody out this weekend, and we hope you guys have a blessed day. If you're traveling to see us, travel safe, and we'll see you when you get here. Have a great one.